Greetings from right outside of Payson, Arizona. On today's episode, I'm going to be exploring one of Arizona's fine state parks, Tonto Natural Bridge. There's a really interesting and unique geological formation to be seen here, as well as a couple other cool things. So why don't we get right to it? Love to have you tag along and let's go see what this is all about. Now at the very top of this descent, there is a trailer, place to detach a trailer if you have one. So you can actually do that if you're riding in a larger vehicle. But yeah, there's about a 14 to 18% grade, it looks like, getting down this hill. So a little hairy, but not too bad. So there is a fee to enter the park. You can actually see there is a fee of $7 per adult and $4 per junior, so ages 7 through 13. And it looks like we need to go pay in the gift shop today. They don't have this open here today. So here's a nice panoramic view of the state park. Very nice, very beautiful. Lots of little amenities, picnic tables. You got some vault toilets down there, pavilions. So if you want a picnic, looks like they even have grills. You also have restrooms with running water, so no nasty vault toilets up here. They were absolutely pristine. It looked like maybe recently tiled even. Really nice restrooms. They've got some nice information here talking about the park, another map. We're currently right over here. And it talks about there's actually 4 trails in this park. I think they're all relatively short, so we may be able to see them all. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is go to a viewpoint. We got this viewpoint number 2, the Anime Trail. And just a short walk down the trail, I'm talking just a few feet, looks like I found viewpoint number 2. So this should be our first view of the natural bridge, and wow. So the natural bridge, you're gonna get to see daylight, you know, from the other side, but it's right down there. I can hear rushing water. Can you guys hear that? So nice water flow. You could see a creek down that ways. I know there's another trail. There's like a moss waterfall, I think it's what it's called, down there that we'll check out a little bit later. But look at this terrain. So this is one of the few trails here. Got some information about it. Looks like it goes about 200. It says trail descends 200 to the creek bed and is 500, I'm assuming, feet long. It's considered difficult, steep. Doesn't look too bad, to be honest, but what I'm hoping is that would be this trail here. My hope is that it would actually go underneath the bridge and we can then walk down the Gowan Trail, but I'm not sure if they connect. The sign did say the Anime Trail and the Pine Creek Trail that says PC there, those do not currently connect. So taking kind of a risk, but let's go see what it's all about. Now there's a little bit more loose gravel and rock the further we go down. I did not wear my trusty hiking boots today, but you might want to bring some. But it's still, I'd say this is not that big of a deal. So I'm sitting here talking about how easy this is going down. Now I haven't gone back up yet, so I'm sure I'll be breathing a little heavy, but already almost at the bottom in just a couple minutes. So nice and shady down here too. Nice and cool. Now there is an arrow pointing me in this direction. So that's where we want to go, towards the natural bridge, I assume. And here, yeah, this is getting a little bit more hairy. Not hard for me. But one thing I do want to caution you on, and you're going to see this once we get underneath the bridge, my feet are already slipping. This rock is very well polished. It's not wet, it's completely dry, but it's very slick. So I have slipped here a couple times in the past. So you want to be really careful, don't twist any ankles. And you can see, if you go slow, you should be okay. We should be heading down that direction. Natural bridge is right in front of me here. This section here is a good example of where it gets a little treacherous. It's not physically demanding, but if you have knee problems or don't have good balance, you might want to be really careful down here. Yeah, I had to put the camera away to traverse over this stuff. We have come out to sunlight on the other side. But you can see we traversed through the whole thing. So a couple really cool facts about this thing. This is believed to be the largest travertine natural bridge in the whole world. It's about 400 feet long, coming from that direction to thread through it, just short of 200 feet high, and it's 150 feet wide at its widest point. You know, it's a little ironic. Towards the last part, the rocks are soaking wet. It's as if it's raining in here. There's raindrops constantly falling, I assume leaking through the ceiling. Ironically, the wet rocks had a lot better grip than the dry, polished ones back there. Go figure. And this here is absolutely stunning. Look at that waterfall. So unfortunately, as I worried, there's a do not enter beyond this point sign here. That was my worry, because now I think I'm gonna have to go back the way I came, and there is another trail that we can come at from the other direction. I was hoping to loop through here and go back up. I'll look a little bit harder, but now I gotta traverse that way up that slick rock again. That worries me a bit. All right, I'm gonna actually put my camera away again until I get out of this thing. And then what we're gonna try to do, once again, is take a different trail around from the other direction to see if we can see this waterfall from a different perspective. All right, I made it through, back to the other side. And I'll get one last really good look. Looking back about 400 feet to the other side. We were pretty much in the sunlight over there right next to that waterfall just a few moments ago. Whew. And now that I'm heading back up the trail, if you're in shape, you're laughing at me. And if you're not, you can get it done. But yeah, I'm winded. I still got a lot left of me though, and more to explore. So let's go down the other way. No, I did not realize it heading down from the parking lot, but we are standing on top, right here, of that natural bridge, hundreds of feet below. It's a little unnerving too, to know that somewhere below here is nothing other than just air underneath all that rock. So here's the other trail that's supposed to go down and around, down to near where the observation point is. The ranger said you can go that way. So I'm gonna go do something similar to what I just did on the Anna Mae Trail, but from the other way around. I am hot now. It's pushing the 50s Fahrenheit, low 60s, but I'm sweating up a storm here, so had to get rid of that fleece top. And I decided I don't want to ruin another hat hours after buying it. So despite probably having hat head here, I had to remove the hat. I'm not gonna let that happen just yet. So here we are on the Gowan Trail. I don't know if it's Gowan or Goin, probably Gowan. This will descend probably about 200 feet. So you can see, just like with the Anna Mae Trail, definitely not an accessible trail for everyone. I would say it's a pretty good slope, nothing horrible. I don't think going up is gonna be horribly bad. I will absolutely be a little bit winded because of my shape, but once again, I think most people can do it. I think they have to err on the side of safety, which is why all the signs say, you know, try to deter many people from doing it, but use your best judgment. And you can see right up ahead, they actually do have benches coming back up the trail. If you need to take a break up ahead, that's where we started. where the signage was for the beginning of the trail, and we've come down in just a couple minutes. I've already made it probably halfway down, and you can see the bottom already where we're heading to. So we're approaching the bottom now, and this would normally be the stairs to go to the observation deck. They have it roped off. I'm gonna go see what it says. Maybe there's some indication of why. Well, it doesn't really say why, but that does confirm that if we wanted to make a loop of this, you would have had to have crossed the bridge here to be able to go thread through this thing and go out the other side. So had this been open, it absolutely could be done as a loop trail. Yeah, that is pretty much a big bummer. You know, I'll take part of the blame. I didn't really ask the ranger at the gift shop too many questions. She just said you could come down this way. But unless I didn't hear her correctly, there's no indication that you really can't see much. So I wish I would have known that because now I gotta go all the way back up. But it only took me maybe 5 minutes to walk down here. I'm gonna guess 10 or 15 going back up in my current shape. But so I guess in one way I should be thankful because I need the workout. Look, there's a fish. I don't know if it's a trout. It looks like a trout almost, like a rainbow trout. Almost certain it is. Here comes that trout again, see it? It's a small one. I think I see another one down further, but there aren't too many, but that's very pretty. So now that I've surveyed this, if this whole trail was open and you can get through and thread through the bridge, my recommendation would be to do it as a loop trail. I would actually come down the Gowan Trail, go to the observation deck, assuming you can proceed past that back to Anna May. I would prefer to go that direction because it's ironically easier to climb the slick rock in one section rather than slide down it, because there are little notches you can put your feet in, and going up is a lot easier. You don't, if you slide, you can catch yourself. Going down, if you build up momentum, you're not gonna stop. I guess trying to remain positive, this makes it worthwhile to come back here someday soon when they reopen that observation deck, and I'll do the whole loop trail experience to show you that. But I'm very thankful that I was at least able to go under the bridge today and pretty much go all the way underneath it. So if you really think about it, you know, I had come through the bridge as far out as that outer edge there underneath it. So there really wasn't much that I didn't see. What I didn't get to see is a good view of that waterfall from the front side, seeing daylight from this vantage point. That's really all I missed out on today. Okay, so we've already seen viewpoint 2 off of the Anna May Trail. It looks like there are 2 more viewpoints we can go check out, 3 and 4. So my hope is maybe we will get a good look at the actual bridge from this side. Ah, I see what this is. Look at that. I guess that's where the water flows through, and you can see the water flowing through the grass. So I think that waterfall is literally right on the edge, right over here. And you can see this is a very nicely paved trail. So this here is very accessible, and I feel better now because I can tell you we're gonna get a good view of this thing now. That's the waterfall. You can actually see the Gowan Trail. It starts kind of up here. You can see it winding down over there if you want to get a good sense of how far down it goes. And that bridge once again. So I would say if you're not brave enough or not fit enough, whatever the case is, to go down one of the trails, to me, so far today, this viewpoint number 4 over here is probably one of the highlights. Really gives you a fantastic view of this bridge and this waterfall. So we've now seen 3 of the 4 viewpoints. There's one more, viewpoint number 1, which I assume gives you a view of the bridge from the opposite direction that we just saw. Ah, now this is a nice view actually. You can actually see across there. That is viewpoint number 2, and the Anime Trail winding its way down. That's where we initially went down. And here's a fantastic view of the cave, and you can really get a bird's eye view of what I did before I traversed through all of that to where you see sunlight and that pool on the other side. And you can get a really nice view of the thickness of the ceiling of this thing. So this viewpoint is really the only one out of the 4 of them where you get to see clear on through the natural bridge. From viewpoint number 2 over there, you don't really see it. You get a good view of the creek down below. And from viewpoints 3 and 4, you can see the opening, but you can't see daylight coming through on this side. So I would say viewpoint number 1 is probably my favorite of the 4 viewpoints you can see here. Okay, and now we're approaching what's known as the Waterfall Trail. I did this a while back. I think there's something cool down here. It is an out and back trail. I don't recall it being too bad, but the cool thing is, yeah, I think there's like a mossy rock and waterfall down there. It's really cool and beautiful. And when I say cool, I mean temperature-wise cool, refreshing. So it looks like in the autumn too. There could be some nice autumn color here. I can clearly hear the sound of the waterfall too. It's not far. I can see the bottom here. You can probably see down there too. I already see the bottom. So I don't think this trail goes down quite as far. I don't think it's 200 feet like the other ones. And you can see very nice stairs that they built in here. So if you can walk a few flights of stairs, well, it is getting a little steep, but I think you can probably get this one done too. Look at that. Let's see how cold this water is. Woo, that's refreshing, all right. This is really neat. I forgot how cool it is down here, how much I like it down here. Look at that. You also get very nice views from down below of these very majestic cliffs and rocks, and you get to see Pine Creek from up above. So I went back into the gift shop before departing here and I asked a couple questions. I was curious, can you rent rooms here at this old lodge? And to my surprise, yes you can, but you can't rent them individually. They only rent them out to groups, so you pretty much have to rent the entire place. I did not get a price, but I'm sure it's out of my price range. Also, I was curious and I did inquire about why is the observation deck closed and when will they be reopening it? So the answer to that is they're actually rebuilding the whole structure out of steel. It's currently wood. So I'm guessing the wood deteriorates too quickly down in those wet conditions. So they don't have a date, but it's gonna be a while. I'm gonna guess months, maybe into years, I'm not sure. There's also some walls, like some stone walls there that are in danger of cracking and falling off. So they're gonna purposely, I guess, insert some kind of airbag system to purposely make part of the wall fall off to make it safer. So there are safety concerns, some very genuine safety concerns. So I'll keep an ear out. It may be a while, but we'll come back and visit as soon as they reopen that and we'll check it out and report to you. If you enjoyed this video today, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And look us up on social media at Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram under the name Cactus Atlas. Till next time.